Hello everyone, welcome to the Chicken Oracle for July 2016. Sorry, I'm getting this out a little bit late. I had an emergency and had to go. My boyfriend's mother died, so I had to, I just got back from that trip. And then right before that, actually, I had one cat die and one cat go missing. And I know they're not a part of the chickens, but they were friends with the chickens. They did everything with me every time I would go down there and do things with the chickens. And Kaha is her name meant strength in Maori, and she was the one that passed away. And I just took her to get fixed, and I don't know, I guess they did something wrong, and she died. And then the mom who died, she also, her energy was the same, like very strong person who did a lot of things for people and really went through a lot, and same as Kaha. And it was just such shock that after everything they just, suddenly died unexpectedly. And then while I was away, Nagas passed away. And Nagas has to do, her name means, it's like the great serpent energy, that the energy of kind of snake-like energy that runs through the fluid energy, so energy of the spirit. And it also is very associated with water. It's connected to water sources in particular, and they protect the water sources. And the thing about Nagas was she was very weakened her whole life by the mosquitoes. Non-stop was just always battling the fowl pox, and she was very strong in living, because I got her and two other chickens about a year and a half ago, and the other two chickens died, and then she was able to live for this amount of time, but she always had this really bad fowl pox, and I was constantly tending to her fowl pox problem. So finally she ended up dying of that. And again, it's like I'm talking about the cat and the mother, because it really embodies the energy also of the Nagas. And something that is very powerful and protective and healthy and strong, that all of a sudden disappears. And I see that right now in this time, in this generation, or in this era. We have this weakness in the strong and healthy people, where they are weakened by society. They are weakened by the situations of the world. They are weakened by the collective sickness being thrown on the strong and the healthy. So, the strong and the healthy get so stuck in having to deal with everybody else's problems. Nobody can get very far. And, Nagas, again, it's like they are associated with water, which is spirit, and they protect the sources of water. And Nagas was weak in her life, and now she has passed. So I want to say, and just like with Kaha, she was so strong. And same with this woman who just passed. They were, all of them, it's the same story. They lived through so much, and then but they had so much they had to deal with all the time, and they couldn't really have exactly the life that they really were meant to live. Kaha, she was found in a trash, and her tail was broken, and then they didn't know if she was going to live because she was so little, and she made it through all that, and then she had some sickness, and she made it through that, and she was okay, and she was strong, and she was good, and all of a sudden she gets fixed and she dies. So same with Nagas. She lived for so long with this fowl pox. But it's just time to renew this energy and kind of start over again, where the strong and the healthy have a new beginning. And again, there's many different nagas, they're deities, and there's one that has no beginning and no end, and it is unbroken. And this is in the Indian philosophy. I think it's like anatta, and this is one of the nagas. It reminds me of the pagan. They sing this song, a circle with no beginning and no end, unbroken. I don't know if that's exactly how it, but it was the same. It's the same concept. And so even though then there's also the nagas that have a beginning and have an end and can get broken, but they're the lesser deities, and the larger deity, the greater deity, has no beginning and no end, and it is unbroken. So as we feel that things are broken and things have gone wrong, or there's suffering, or things are not right, and life has not been fair, and people could have done so much more, or been so much more, predominant in the world, and then they weren't given a chance, or they weren't able to really be acknowledged or honored, and or even what's the word I want to say, like utilized to the utmost ability, where they're not they're not taken advantage of, in a positive way, where we're not able to take advantage of these powerful beings that are here. If Jesus is here, if he's on this planet, he's hiding. He can't come out right now, that's the type of world we're living in right now. And but however, there's this eclipse in the energy. So what was so strong and overwhelmed and overloaded now is freed. It is relieved of the burden. So we have this relief of the strong and the healthy, where they have the new beginning. So in the overall scheme of thing, where there is no beginning and there is no end, and it is unbroken, what appears to be off or wrong, or broken, or sudden ending, or something that doesn't seem fair, or something that's not going right, it is now time for a renewal of this type of energy. And I am going to stay on the porch today. I'm trying to show you the chickens as I'm talking here, but it keeps raining, so I think it's it's unpredictable. It just comes quick, and I don't want to be out there with my camera and stuff. So, okay, and now I'm going to go on to the reading. And I do apologize also for, I was going to do the 12 zodiac signs, but I think right now, since I have so few viewers, until I get the new channel, I think I'll just start that, because otherwise I'll have less than 10 people watching each video, I think. So I'd rather launch the new channel and start it up on that one, and hopefully again I'll be relieved of the problems of this channel, and hopefully get a new beginning with a VPN and kind of a better setup with a professional beginning and stuff. So that will probably take another month, but anyway, I'll probably be back on for a mid-month reading, and then I'm working on it, guys. So, okay, I'm going on to the reading now. Hold on. I have to show you Moonlight, too. She's funny. I just got home from school, and there's my school bag, and I took a nap, woke up to my chicken, Moonlight. She's growing feathers back in right now. She's molting, but and her baby on my bed with my cat. They figured out how to do the stairs, so anyway, here they are. Okay, so actually I just did a reading for you guys, and it didn't record, so that sucks. And it was really cute footage of moonlight going up and down the stairs. It was funny, but I don't know. She'll probably come back. She has this thing. She figured the stairs out at this house, so she'll probably come back up again and go back down again. And I don't know. She thinks she's like the cool chicken because she knows how to do the stairs. But anyway, I also wanted to let everybody know I am now available for readings, private readings. If anybody's interested, you can check out the description box below. It has my email, worldhealing@outlook.com, and you can send me an email if you would like a reading, and I have a PayPal, and I'm back to doing readings, even though it'll be a little while before I get the new channel up. I am back in business, working again, because the house is finished and there's no more people making a bunch of noise all day long. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead with the reading, and I think I'm going to do my original setup, my favorite spread, with the 3 moving line steps in time, and then a healing card, what's getting better, and an overall message card. And then I'll start out with a Tree Magic Gillian Kemp card to ground the reading. I have my cat Chokti on my lap. There she is. Chokti, can you get out of the reading, please? Meow. Oh, careful of the fire. Okay. So we have good news, the larch tree. And it says, success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for you to climb. Number 25. And this has to do with breaks and changes in the physical world, the physical reality. So things are changing, and new relationships are being established between you and the people around you. And, as you change, you have individual relationships change, but the overall relationship to society, usually we have general dynamics, and general dynamics of your life are changing now. So, for the better. It's good news. Okay. Chokti, can you stop moving everywhere? Okay. Okay. No, that's like not a good spot. Oh, gosh. I guess she's not really in your way. Instead of flowers, we have a candle and a cat. Oh no, no, she's in the way. Okay, I'll move her 1 second. Okay. Okay, so for the moving lines, here, why don't you sit over here? Okay. For the moving lines, we start out with Gita, which is, she's named after the Bhagavad Gita, which is the song of the gods, or the song of the lords. And it has to do with really having reality in life working for you in the way that you deserve. So really being able to fulfill your destiny. It's when you have attained the life that you've wanted to live, and then you are able to establish the relations that you want to have, and the world is relating to you as you deserve. So it's really about being established and having having the reality in harmony with your soul and working for you. So it's like the ultimate manifestation, and six really is a number of manifestation, and it's the 6 of hearts, which is the 6 of spirit, and it's about really having spirit manifest things for you and being in the flow of things and really having things just kind of working as you would dream or as you would like. The last reading, which still is significant, I just did it, was about surprises and having things really go in your favor. And again, the theme of this reading is very similar. Good news, success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for you to climb. So there is a little bit of theme in this reading talking about doing your work to make sure that you're being focused in your energy and that you're clear. It's almost like you're in your own hypnotic state to make it happen for yourself. So maybe you guys want to. Actually, I was just doing that the other day. I was kind of doing work on myself. This is how I work on others too, with life healings that I do, and it's like I do basically it's like a hypnotism where you align your energies and establish them and correct them so that they are working for you in the way that you want, so that you're feeling solid and grounded and focused for what you need to do. So and I am available for those as well, life readings. I can talk more about them later, but I don't want to. I'll keep with this reading now. Maybe if you want to email me if you're interested in life reading, or life healing, sorry. I do oracle readings and life healings, which is more energy work and verbal stuff. So anyway, this is about kind of making your own hypnosis or really aligning your energies so that everything is really working in your favor and that you're able to really manifest things spiritually for yourself. Okay, so this is the first step. Then we have a Joker card. And this is ha ha ha, where things are really turning around in your favor. So in the past where you've had trouble or chronic stress, anything that kind of kept repeating or stressing you out with people or with situations, this is changing. This is also, you removed yourself from it. This is about having that space from it. And once you get the space from it, you have broken yourself from these chronic stresses. And now, as you encounter the things that have stressed you out in the past, you have a new relationship with them so that they no longer have an influence or an effect on you. This time, you have power over these situations or these influences, and are really able to be predominant with your energy in these situations or circumstances, and eliminate these stresses and influence these stresses, so that you're where the concentration of power is, and you're the one that is kind of moving the situation rather than being moved by the situation. You're the cause all of a sudden rather than the effect. So this is about becoming the cause. And when you become the cause, when you encounter these things that stress you out or these chronic situations that really have been troublesome in the past, and these things no longer have power over you, and you have your own power to enjoy playing with them, and teaching them or influencing them from a very positive space, from a place of your own self-empowerment. That's when you have ha ha ha, and that's this chicken, ha ha ha. He's the Joker, and it means kind of laughing at things or laughing at the energies, being playful and being over it. Just when you're over it, it's almost like a joke. people start acting like a joke, and the energies become a joke, and it's not like really really funny, but it might be, or it's just ironic funny, like, wow, like you really have a different perspective on it this time around, or you just have a totally different relationship with it. And ha 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 represents the number 5. It's 555 in Thai is ha. So it's 555, which is break down and break through, so there's like this breakthrough with things after the breakdown. So it's like everything, whatever was strong in the past has been broken down, and you're through it now. And then the last card we have for the steps in time here is Skyla. And Skyla is the queen of mind, the queen of spades. And she has to do with knowing how telepathy works. And knowing that we are all by nature telepathic. People know what you're thinking. People can feel what your thoughts are. And you can stay silent and speak to people. And also, people can, you can sense where somebody's coming from. So trust your intuition on what you're hearing from people, or what you're sensing from people's thoughts. And also, you don't really even have to speak in the physical world. This is saying that there's a powerful telepathic connection here, where you can have a gesture, you can have body language, you can have your thoughts sent to these people without actually saying them in the physical world, and they get it. And that's really powerful. This is like the Queen of Swords, you can just turn your head and have a look, and it says 1,000 words, I mean, you don't have to always say things with your mouth when already the telepathic connection has been established, and both parties are open, and both parties are aware of each other's minds. And also it's being able to trust that people, whatever they're saying could be very different than what's going through their head. Often what people communicate and what they behave is different than their internal world. So it's about being clear on the internal world of people, and being able to respond to that internal world, again, without even expressing your ego. You can keep your ego out of it and have a conversation with a person telepathically. So okay, just again, quickly, the moving lines. We have this ability to manifest things, and we're really strong in our position to be able to have life the way we would like it, and be happy and satisfied with the reception of the world around us. And then we were over the chronic stresses, and they no longer have power over us, and then we have this interaction through telepathic means that is significant and important. So this is the healing card up here, and that's Dahlia. And this is about our roots, and even our genetic makeup, our personality, our behavior, our cultural background. It has to do with anything that is your roots, anything that comes from your roots. And we're in a world of many different kinds of trees out there, many different roots, There's many different root systems. And sometimes people, there's a lot of prejudice or judgment against us for no reason, because we're different, And this is about really being strong in our roots, and being able to be that flower. Dahlia is a flower, and being proud of who we are in our roots. And when I talk about mind and behavior, and everybody has this even with chickens, behavior is genetic. I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, just like Magdalena and Moonlight are so similar. It's unbelievable. But they never knew that was mother and daughter. I know because of I can tell from the eggs, and also when they come out, I can tell by the features who's kid, you know. And they're so similar. And same with the hologrammy and Little Spirit. They're so similar. And I know that's mom and daughter. And it's genetic, you know, so the behaviors are, mental illnesses are, and a lot of times there's nothing wrong with I don't even want to say mental illness, somebody who has a sensitive makeup that, you know, comes genetically from a family. There's always, like, really special things about those people, too. You know, I think of, like, you know, Howard Hughes with the Aviator, how special that guy was with his, maybe he was obsessive compulsive, but that guy was really special, you know, and only a person like him could have done what he did, you know. And I've seen many situations where people are special in their sensitivities, and maybe it's very difficult with them in the world because of the judgments and the prejudices, but standing strong in who they are and being proud of who they are and understanding who they are and being able to flower out in who they are really can, you know, wake people up and make people appreciate. You know, another example is Temple Grotton. I forget the name of that movie. Maybe that was the name of the movie. I don't know, but she was an autistic person who changed the whole structure of farming to make the cattle more comfortable and psychologically stable and happy. And they were all these cattle were dying because of the setup. It was just not compatible with the way a cow thinks. And she understood how a cow thinks. And then she designed a whole system so the cow would do it better. And at first everybody's like, well, why do we care? We don't really care about the cows, you know. And she's like, well, you should, because you're losing a lot of money because these cows are dying because they're scared and they don't know what to do, and you're losing the cows. I mean, if you don't want to honor them as, you know, the spirit of the cow, fine, but you got to honor your bank account, you know. And she got it passed, and she changed the whole structure of farming. And only a person with autism could have done that, you know. So these people, they're very special. Oh, here's, I keep wanting to say Magdalena. Moonlight. Little Moonlight here. Whoops, I pressed the picture by accident. But anyway, she's coming up now, and my phone's ringing. She can turn this off and go turn the phone off. But anyway, and Moonlight, okay, and I explained what Moonlight is the combination of the light from the sun and the light from the stars and the light from the earth as it comes from everything, and then the moon absorbs all of these lights and then re-emits its own light. So it integrates all of the knowledge and wisdom from the world around, and then puts off its own integrated understanding, or its own personal light from integrating all these other lights. So, you know, just like in the dream world, we tap into the consciousness of everything. It's no longer just us. I know Carl Jung said that everything was reflection of our own mind, and I totally disagree. That's 100% wrong. It's actually totally opposite. It's a reflection of all consciousness on this planet, and really you have to know who you are, and then also the way all the other people think. So often, if you know who you are and you know your own thoughts and you are very in tune with yourself, usually you'll dream about what other people are thinking. So you know, or if you want to look at it as an aspect of yourself, then fine, your subconscious has your superconscious, which is everything that exists. All of consciousness is within your subconscious and your superconscious. So, you know, but if you look at who's who's producing the consciousness. It's about taking all the productions of all the consciousness and integrating that into your own understanding, and then putting off your own light. So anyway, we have this healing of who we are in our special nature, and where what before may have been misunderstood or judged by others is now becoming very strong, and that we are actually flowering out in our own consciousness, in our own root system. We are flowering out. So now the last card here is Axis Mundi, and this is our overall message card. And Axis Mundi has to do with the pole on which the earth turns, and it also has to do with the point that everything turns around. So again, there's the overall message here is about a strange attractor for chaos. When things need reorganization, when things are out of control or breaking down or whatever is meant to organize them, everything kind of goes around that and gets jumbled and messed around whatever is the center of organization. And then in time, a new organization, I guess, a new structure is formed around that point, around that center. So as things swirl, it finally becomes stabilized around a point. And then, but in that process, it might feel like everything's chaotic. But it's really the structure of order. A new order is being created. And also with the axis mundi, the pole on which the earth turns, it has to do with really being able to go anywhere in the underworld or the upper worlds, and being able to relate and connect to people, and then again coming back to center. So it's like, maybe you go into the underworld and you see some animals, or you have this you watch a battle, or you maybe partake in a battle, but that's in one world. It's not your world. Then you come back to center, and you have knowledge gained, but that's not you. That's just one world. It's not your world, but you're able to go into that world and come out of it and come back to center. And then you can go out to the universe and experience something really far out there, and you can have major ecstatic states. You can have something really high level or bizarre, or something that people can't even grasp. You can go up there and be a part of that, and then you come back to center, and you come back to who you are. So it's like we're flexible. I mean, that's a healthy person, flexible, to be able to go anywhere in the universe, to upper or lower worlds, to other people's minds, and back to your own. And okay, you see all the different consciousness, and you can understand that, and then you can separate from it and come back to your own consciousness, and from your point of focus and point of concentration is a better word. So you come back to your concentrated place. So again, I don't know why this is just really making me think of, sometimes we have some spiritual experience and people really judge us for that. And maybe that's not normal for us. Nobody normally has constant, non-stop spiritual experiences. Everybody who has a spiritual experience has it and then comes out of it and goes back to normal. But people think, they might judge people for that spiritual experience. But that was a rare spiritual experience, and it's not, that's a healthy, flexible mind to be able to have different types of experiences and then come back to center. So, I remember I had post-traumatic stress at one point in my life. I had acute traumatic stress at one point in my life. And, those experiences were strange. And then I came back to normal. And I don't have those anymore. But now when people have those and they're, very unclear of what's going on, I know exactly what's going on. And I can explain it to them and make sense of it for them and really help them out where they can actually embrace it and understand it and honor that for what it is. And then also not stay stuck in it and not be, not identify as them being only that experience, So anyway, this card, it has to do with being able to experience all of it and then coming back to center, but it also has to do with the fact that everybody kind of goes crazy around a person who's really healthy and stable. That's another thing. And I mean, a lot of times people who generate a lot of stress or chronic situations or acute stress or, people who generate things that are like, crazy stories, crazy times are the people who are really healthy and stable. And yes, of course, it brings you knowledge, it brings you humility, and it brings you enlightenment about self and others and about humanity. But at the same time, the reason you're having this experience is so that you can become stronger and be able to integrate that, just like with moonlight, and be able to integrate all of the stars and all of the consciousness and then the sun, which is the collective, the group mind, and be able to integrate all these things and then put off your own information, your own reflection from all of these other things. So this is our overall message card. So you have a lot of things going on here that you're integrating, and then it's the King of Fire, and then being able to really harness a lot of energy to set an order, a new order in the world around you. So again, the card, the overall grounding card, or the grounding card of the reading, is number 25, the Larch Tree. Good news. Success arrives with perseverance. No mountain is too high for you to climb. Number 25. So, and we have a little deer in this picture, which has to do with giving our all, and just really also gentle nature, and in giving our all, which is a very humble, sweet position for being there for people and holding space and healing. So, good news. Well, anyway, I hope everybody got what they needed out of this reading, and I do hope to be back for a mid-month reading, and then hopefully I get this channel up and going. I meet with the guy next week, and then we'll be working on it. So I'll touch base with you again in another week, and take care, everyone.